My name is Nora Demers. I'm an associate professor of biology and integrated studies at FGCU. I've been here since the university opened in 1997. I'm able to teach the colloquium every summer, and I also teach issues in science and technology.
Okay. So how do you feel about the amount of trash we collected this project?
So I've been doing habitat restoration and trying to restore the East Mulloch Drainage District in San Carlos Park for over a decade now. And for the most part, what I've done is have service learning students come out and work on the area of the canal that's immediately behind my house and the half a mile or so in that area. This was the first time that we did a comprehensive litter pickup throughout the entire canal system. It was very sobering to see how much garbage was picked up, and the vast majority of it was recyclable, which is really kind of distressing and disappointing as well.
Now, I did talk about the amount of trash and recyclables that we found. Were you surprised to find about the stuff that we found, like bikes, trash cans, barricades, cones, buckets, all that sort of stuff, toilets even?
Yeah, it's pretty amazing.
Yeah.
And it surprised me before, but now I'm not surprised anymore, because anything you can imagine. And my husband picked up a bicycle last week.
Yeah.
He actually put something out on the side of the road that a lot of people do all the time, and people pick it up and use it later. They reuse it. He found something that he had put out, somebody just brought around the corner and dumped into the canal.
Okay.
So I think there's a lot of people that don't have anything better to do and are just making a mess.
Hello, my name is Belinda. I live in San Carlos Park, and I see you guys are doing some trash cleanup over here, which is really needed. Can't believe some of the things you're finding. Bicycles, garbage. Right here. And I know in the ditches around my house, I keep them clean, but when I walk my dog, I take a garbage bag, not only to pick up the poopy, but I pick up garbage along the way.
Hi, my name is Celeste McDonald. I'm a social work major here at FGCU, and I'm going to be a senior this year. We went to the canals and did our service learning project there, and we learned a lot of great things about it. Some of the things I found out are the canals in San Carlos Park are an example of bad effects from the tragedy of the commons. Because they're public property, yet in the backyard of a few neighbors, everybody thinks it is somebody else's responsibility to look after those canals, when in reality, if those people lived directly on the canals, reported any littering, and also kept an eye on them, they would be in much better conditions year-round. The majority of what we found polluting the canals and surrounding areas were plastic bottles and cigarette butts. A major cause of local pollution is the lack of awareness in individuals. Each resident in San Carlos, if they knew how bad the trash was polluting their canals, they might think twice before discarding their beer bottles or old shoes in the canals. Canals in Florida serve many purposes: drainage, flood control, irrigation, navigation, and recreation. They also create waterfront home sites. Before we cleaned up the canals in San Carlos, I was unaware of how badly they were polluted. This definitely brought awareness to me, and I can help my local community by bringing awareness to others that live in San Carlos and that I go to school with. The more people we have out there volunteering to clean up the community, the more that residents will become involved, and then eventually the community will have hardly any trash in the canals, and it will be a community everybody will be proud of.
So what have you pulled out of the canal?
Bicycles, chairs, realtor signs, dead alligator.
Okay.
All on that, 3-4 months ago.
So a little bit of everything then.
A little bit of everything.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you, sir.
You're welcome.
My name is Eduardo Miranda. I've been here at FGCU for 3 years, and I'm a clinical lab science major. This project helped me connect with the natural world because I was able to appreciate a lot of the normal flora and fauna in San Carlos. By cleaning the canals, I was able to have a first-hand account of the type of indigenous species present in the area affected by pollution. To me personally, San Carlos encompasses my sense of place. I'm a native of Southwest Florida, and I can remember growing up and playing in San Carlos Park with my friends. Now as an adult, I have the opportunity to help the community and instill an understanding of sustainability in the community. I can recall dozens of plastic water bottles and aluminum cans polluting the waterways in San Carlos. Therefore, I believe a little pollution etiquette can help alleviate some of the problems San Carlos faces. The best approach to combat pollution, and water pollution specifically, is education. From the class readings, the importance of recycling cannot be ignored. By simply taking a few moments to recycle, this will help others recycle as well and instill a great sense of community in the area. Our sustainability course illustrates the effects of plastics in the environment and how they are a technical nutrient. Plastic does not decompose and is not biodegradable, causing many problems. The most important solution for pollution is going green at home. Think globally, act locally. Therefore, by reducing the carbon footprint in your own house, you're being a part of the solution. Ultimately, going green at your house by reducing the amount of plastic water bottles, using paper products, and developing recycling etiquette will help remedy water pollution in the area.
Out of this, what is it, a canal?
Yep.
Okay, and there's a wheel right down there about about 100 yards.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, a metal wheel. There's bottles and cans. You can see those bottles and cans over there. They're just full of trash, you know.
How long have you been living in the area?
About a year.
And have you seen crazy stuff?
Yeah, you know, so whoever's throwing this trash in the canal, they got to stop, you know.
Definitely. Thank you.
Oh, sure.
Hi, my name is Miria Kramer and I'm a student here at FGCU, and I would like to share some ideas with you to how to reduce littering. Number one, you can talk to your friend and family members and fellow neighbors to adopt a canal at San Carlos community. Make sure you select a date, gather your supplies, and make a difference for the community. Maintain your landscape, plant colorful flowers, and make any necessary repairs on your yard. Attractive and beautiful communities tend to be less littered. Educate your community on the importance of properly disposing of any waste. It is important to know what to recycle and what not to recycle. If you see any misconduct around your neighborhood, be sure to report to the authorities. Every year, the state of Florida spends millions of dollars just to keep the streets clean from littering. All this money comes from taxpayers' pocket. Think about that. Now, why is it important? Well, it is important to point out that some waste is biodegradable and some are not. What do I mean by biodegradable? I mean that some items decompose or break down naturally without any outside assistance. It occurs naturally in nature. For example, paper only takes 2 to 6 weeks to decompose. The other thing is non-biodegradable, meaning that the item will take a very long time to decompose naturally. For example, a soda can or a plastic bag takes between 100 to 450 years to decompose. 95% of the materials collected at San Carlos Canal were either plastic or glass. The majority were some type of plastic bottle. Plastic bottles are non-degradable and takes 1,000 years to decompose at the landfill. Americans use 2.5 billion plastic bottles every hour. Only 27% of plastic bottles are recyclable. 70 million barrels of oils are used each year to produce plastic bottles. Making plastic bottles produce millions of tons of CO2. This is very bad for the environment. But you can make a difference by switching your plastic bottles to reusable bottles. Last but not least, the canals at San Carlos community flows into the Estero Bay watershed. This is extremely important because waste can harm our environment and create water pollution. By polluting our water, we suffer the risk of waterborne diseases. Species that depend on water are killed, and we can hurt our marine animals, as well as the rest of the food chain. Do your deed for the environment and keep your neighborhood clean. And remember, recycle takes a little effort on your part, but it makes a big difference in the world.
You guys, thank you for helping picking all this up. I pick up almost every day, but I can't keep up with all the young kids.